The sky tears open. A vortex of light rips through 1944 Normandy. When it closes, 5,000 21st century Marines materialize on a ridge overlooking the Atlantic Wall. Below them, 50,000 Wehrmacht troops dig in behind concrete bunkers. The Germans can see them. They don't understand what they're seeing. Strange uniforms, weapons that look wrong. Something is about to go catastrophically wrong for Adolf Hitler. This is not a battle. This is physics meeting history. 50,000 troops, veterans of the Russian front, K-98 rifles, MG-42 machine guns, 88mm anti-tank guns, 3 Panther tanks. The Wehrmacht general makes a calculation, 50-to-1 odds, infantry assault up the ridge, victory by sunset. He doesn't know what he's facing. 5,000 rifles, M4 carbines with ACOG optics, M240 machine guns firing 800 rounds per minute, Mark 19 grenade launchers, Javelin anti-tank missiles, body armor that stops rifle rounds, night vision that sees heat in absolute darkness, encrypted radios. Soldiers trained for exactly this. Defensive positions, ammunition discipline. They have one critical advantage the Wehrmacht doesn't know exists yet. 0630. German artillery opens fire. 88mm shells pound the ridge. Noise is catastrophic. But the Marines are dug in. As the shells stop, German infantry emerges from the bocage. 3,000 men in gray uniforms. At 800 meters, the first Marine sniper pulls his trigger. A company commander drops. 30 seconds later, another officer falls, then another. By the time the Germans close to 400 meters, 7 officers are dead. The assault slows. Confusion spreads. They're being killed by an enemy they cannot see. The Marine line opens fire. All at once, 5,000 rifles, 20 machine guns, all firing. Orange and red tracer rounds paint lines of death across the bocage. German soldiers trying to advance into this wall of lead don't fall one by one. Entire squads are shredded. The Mark 19 grenades begin their thumping. Explosions bloom across the German assault lines. In 30 minutes, 800 Germans are dead. The Marines have 0 casualties. The German general realizes infantry won't work. He commits his armor. 3 Panthers and 4 Tigers. Heavy armor. 88mm guns. They climb the slope toward the Marine position. In daylight, across open terrain. At 300 meters, the first Javelin launches. Infrared lock. The missile screams across the valley and strikes the lead Panther from above. The tank erupts in flame. The turret is blown clean off. 2 more Javelins launch. 2 more Panthers burn. The Tiger tanks attempt to withdraw. They don't make it. 1 NLAW shot ends the lead Tiger. In under 3 minutes, German armor is completely destroyed. 7 tanks, all burning. By 1100 hours, the first assault has failed. 15,000 German casualties, 0 American dead. The Wehrmacht general makes a fateful decision. He overestimates American strength. He believes they're facing a force of 10,000, not 5,000. He orders reinforcements from adjacent sectors. He will attack again at 1400 hours with fresh divisions. But delay is the worst decision he can make. Every minute allows the Marines to entrench deeper, stockpile more ammunition, establish better positions. 1400 hours. 8,000 fresh troops attack from the north through the forest. 7,000 attack from the south through the valley. They believe they'll crush the American position between 2 assaults. The artillery barrage begins. 20 minutes of continuous fire, but the Marines are protected. As the German infantry emerges from cover, the Americans open fire with disciplined volleys. Machine guns rake the assault formations. Grenades rain down. Officers are picked off before they can communicate. The northern assault penetrates 200 meters before being pinned down. The southern assault achieves 100 meters, then stops. Both attacks fail. By 1600 hours, German casualties reach 30,000. Still, nothing penetrates the American line. The German general now understands. 50,000 men cannot defeat 5,000 Americans with better technology. He should surrender, but he doesn't. Pride or desperation or the threat of execution by SS officers behind him keeps him fighting. He orders conservation of fire for his troops, but the Marines have already done the same. Ammunition consumption has been extreme. Machine gun barrels are glowing red. Ammunition reserves are running low. The commander orders conservation of fire. Marksmen only. Each round must be a confirmed hit. And the sun begins to set. Night falls. Everything changes. The Marines switch on night vision equipment. The world transforms to shades of green and gray. Every German soldier below is visible as a thermal heat signature. The Marines have complete visibility. The Wehrmacht has complete darkness. German soldiers stare into black void, knowing Americans can see them, knowing bullets can come from anywhere. Morale collapses. Reports come of self-inflicted wounds. Soldiers shooting themselves in the foot to be evacuated. Officers have to threaten execution to prevent desertion. In the German command post, captured American equipment is being examined. The night vision, the encrypted radios, the composite armor. Nothing like it exists in German military science. The general understands now. This is an enemy from another world. 2,200 hours. The German general makes his final decision. He commits everything remaining. 12,000 men in a massed formation. Bayonets fixed, screaming. Banzai-style charge designed to overwhelm by audacity and sheer numbers. It's a desperate gamble, a last throw of the dice. The Marines see it coming through night vision. 12,000 heat signatures moving uphill. A wall of humanity approaching in the dark. The commander gives one order: engage at will. All weapons. Everything. The machine guns open fire, firing at night into massed formations with complete visibility. The Germans don't know they're being shot until they're already hit. Men fall before they hear any sound. The grenades come next. 20 Mark 19 launchers firing bursts. Explosions detonate continuously. Bodies and parts of bodies thrown into the air. The screams are audible even through the gunfire. It's the sound of a human wave breaking against a concrete wall. The German soldiers are dying at a rate faster than they can advance. In 5 minutes, 3,000 are dead or wounded. The assault hasn't reached the wire. By 23:30, the German assault collapses. It doesn't stop. It breaks into a rout. Surviving soldiers turn and run downhill. They abandon weapons. They abandon wounded. They abandon all military organization. They run toward the rear in panic. Officers try to stop the rout. They shoot soldiers to make them stop. It doesn't work. The force of human terror is stronger than the threat of execution. Thousands more follow. The German army begins to disintegrate. What was a coherent fighting force becomes a broken mob. By 00:30, the German general orders cessation of hostilities. White flags are raised across the German positions. German soldiers, hands raised, walk slowly up the ridge toward American positions. They are not surrendering to defeated enemies. In their minds, they are surrendering to something from another world. The simulation ends, but the message is clear. Technology has become so dominant that numbers no longer matter. An outnumbered force of 5,000 modern soldiers has completely defeated an army of 50,000 from 80 years in the past. The count is delivered at dawn. German casualties, 47,600. Missing and desertions, 2,400. Marine casualties, 18 killed, 63 wounded. 0 captured, 0 missing. The casualty ratio is 2,600 to 1. It is the most lopsided engagement in recorded history. The Wehrmacht has ceased to exist as a fighting force. Why did the Marines win? 3 factors. First, technology. Night vision, encrypted comms, guided weapons. The Wehrmacht had none of these. Second, doctrine. Marines trained for defensive operations, ammunition discipline, casualty management. The Wehrmacht trained for offensive blitzkrieg. Third, leadership under fire. When Marines lost communication, squad leaders made decisions that preserved force. When the Wehrmacht lost officers to sniper fire, panic cascaded through ranks. But here's the critical point. The Marines also had something else. They expected to win. They didn't panic. They didn't question the tactic. They executed. But what if the roles were reversed? What if 50,000 Marines fought 5,000 Wehrmacht soldiers? Would history repeat itself, or would numbers finally matter? The portal remains open. High Command is asking the question. Vote in the comments. Subscribe. Tell us who should face the Marines next. The samurai? The Spartans? the armies of ancient Rome. History is waiting to be rewritten, and technology always has the final word.